people that we are around, surround ourselves with, greatly affect our life. Not only the quality of our life, but our longevity, how long we live. There are studies that have shown that married couples that have been together for a long time, they have their telomeres in their brain, which is associated with longevity, they are similarly lengthed. They have similar length telomeres, and they often live around the same amount of time, which is very fascinating. And so choosing who is in our life is extremely, extremely important. Our environment is much more powerful than we usually even realize. And our environment is very, very much influenced by who's around us. So if we have somebody who's very uplifting and positive and genuinely loves us with unconditional love and lets you be free and expression free in a lot of ways, and just you feel that loving energy, that's going to help you in life. However, if there's somebody who does not have your best interests in mind, you might feel very powerful and that you can do anything, but I have to tell you, it is going to affect you. If you are human, it's going to affect you, because there's only so much inner energy and strength that we can muster every day to counteract some negativity coming into our lives. And I think you know what I mean by negativity, whether it's outright negativity or someone just not supporting you or just feeling like somebody does not care, like genuinely doesn't care one way or the other about you. That can be so harmful. So knowing this is not enough. Taking action on it is where the work really starts. So take some breaths right now, breathe out, and think of the top 3 to 10 people in your life right now. Who did you see today? Who did you text? Who did you call? Who did you run into? It might be at work, might be at home, might be friends, might be acquaintances. Take note of how you feel and what influence they have on your life, and make wise choices. You might start just not interacting quite as much with some people, or you might think, hey, maybe I need to reach out to these positive people and make some new, more healthy relationships. It's important to keep a lot of things in mind when it comes to healthy relationships. I mean, there's so many things to think about, but I'm going to give you a couple right now. One of them is notice, does this person support me when I'm talking to them about something difficult I'm going through? When I talk about my problems, do they genuinely care? Do they have it in them to really listen, to really be connected during those times and be supportive? Do they do what they can to help or not? That's one thing to look for in a friend. However, if you have ever been successful and met a goal and been celebrating it, and then notice that somebody close to you is not, you will understand my next step. My next step is think about a time in your life when you have succeeded. It might have been on a small level or a big level. Maybe you were promoted, maybe you lost weight, maybe you just, whatever it was, went on a great vacation, anything. How have those close people reacted? Have they also been happy for you and celebrating with you and so proud of you and supportive? Or have they kind of faded into the background or not even been active or commented, or do they fade? So what you want is not one or the other. You want both. You want both. And make sure you are both to others also. Boundaries. Boundaries are not just walls. A lot of people think boundaries are walls. They are not walls. They are definitions of who I am and what I'm accepting in my life. So if somebody crosses a boundary, to recognize that, and this takes time and practice too. If you're not used to it, it might take some practice thinking, why am I not feeling so good about this? This happened 5 minutes ago. I agreed to do this, or they said this to me and it didn't really feel right. they crossed the boundary, but I didn't know what to say. What could I say in the future? You know, it'll take some development of how to create this skill. If you haven't started to already, you probably have. So boundaries tell people how you expect to be treated. And they have to do more with us than the other person. Highly encourage you to know what you're okay with and to follow through with that, and also to just enjoy being you. Enjoy being you in relationship to others. Choose who you surround yourself with carefully, consciously. Deal with the ones you've already chosen and to create a life with wisely as possible. Get some support with that if you're having any issues with that. And then from here on out, choose wisely who you decide to include in the story of your life. Please subscribe and check out my website, spaforthesoul.com, for more resources. I look forward to staying in touch with you. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of the day.